Good morning, we are River City High School Create Team, and today we're going to be proposing to you the design of our tiny house. My name is Tatiana Nikolaeva, and I'm the captain of Create. And before we begin, we would like to focus on the main three aspects that we considered in our design.
Hi, my name is Seth, and this is
Hi, Enrico.
and we are part of the interior design and organization teams. So to get us started, we wanted to create River City A standards.
A standing for affordable, C standing for comfortable, E standing for efficient, or in order to benefit the middle class, which is slowly fading away, which Tatiana can elaborate more on.
So if you look up to the slides, you may see a tombstone. Why would we have a tombstone during the presentation? So we wanted to emphasize that the middle class is disappearing. 40% of the population is struggling to afford housing, especially single families. So what we wanted to emphasize that is we want to help college students. And there's no new houses being built, so we wanted to make a tiny house that can fit a house. So we wanted to focus on four main aspects: is location, preference, affordability, and cost.
So as Tatiana was saying, our main target audience is to people who are getting out of college, in debt, coming straight out of high school, our generation, just trying to move out of the parents' house. And where are these consumers, you may ask? Well, here's Rico.
Like Seth said, at colleges such as Fresno, where it is near two mobile home parks, which make it very convenient to commute efficiently and save money on gas. So how long did this process take to create the tiny home?
Hi, my name is Mark Garces, and as you can see on the screen, this is our scheduling process that it took for designing, creating, and putting together all of our details for our tiny home. Someone that could actually elaborate on the details is Brian.
Alright, so as you can see, my name is Brian, and as you can see there, we have a picture of our Revit model that we based off of our floor plan. And as you can see here, the floor plan, you can kind of see how we have lots of stuff laid out where we generally want it, and we did that so that we can actually know where stuff is going to be, how much space we're going to have. But at the same time, on a 2D plane, we're not going to be able to actually visualize it because we live in a 3D plane. We can move around, can move up and down, left and right, and honestly, we need to actually see how that's going to feel. We need to see how big the doors are going to be in comparison to the rest of the thing. We need to see how big our fridge is going to be, how much space we're going to have to move around, how much space we're going to have to rest, how much space are we going to have to be in our bed, right? And with that, we're going to be able to actually see we have actual doors. All those doors are up to spec. All the windows and everything is there. And then we can also see some of the elevation elements such as the bed and the skylight. The skylight we have in the floor plan, but you can't really see how it's gonna look like in real life. So with this, we can see how much space we're gonna have to stand, where we're gonna sleep, because honestly, that's one of the most important things. We're gonna spend 8 hours a day in our bed, so we need to know how we're gonna actually sleep, where we're gonna be when we sleep. So there we did a lot to also make it comfortable so that whenever you're in the floor during the day, you're comfortable enough, you have a little bit more space, because the bed does take up a lot of space because we're laying on the floor. We're not using that vertical space, so we decided to take advantage of that vertical space to also be efficient with our design. And then under it, we have our desk, and with that desk, we're able to do our work during the day, and then it's not out of the way either, but it's also not interfering with anything. It's not in the middle of the trailer, it's not in the middle of anything. So we can actually visualize that. We can visualize how much we're actually gonna sit down and do our work, and how we're not gonna hit our head up on our bed. And someone else that can elaborate a little bit more on minuscule details, because we need to know how the details are, but what are the actual details of it?
When deciding the details, we actually went over colors, materials, and patterns so that it felt comfortable, which is one of our A standards, is comfortability. And way we transfer these materials across is through our trailers, as KJ can elaborate on.
Hi, my name is KJ. I'm part of the exterior design team. we decided that we wanted to put our tiny home on a trailer, and the trailer that we would need is a 40-foot trailer that utilizes a fifth wheel coupling in order to support weight or have more efficient weight distribution, as a ball joint will not be sufficient. We also decided that we needed functioning lights in order to meet road safety guidelines. We also decided that the trailer, as you can see here, is going to be $8,200. The reason why we decided to spend more money on it was for build quality, as the tiny home will constantly be on the trailer and it needs to support that weight, whereas normal trailers only support weight temporarily, when people load them and then load them off. We also talked about two other engineering components that Akeka will talk more about.
Good morning. My name is Akeka Griffith. I worked on the electrical and the sketches for the project. So what we wanted to do was power the house when you're living off the grid, and we decided to use solar panels. But due to the limited space on the roof, we can't power the entire house with it. So what we did was we found what was the essential appliances to power, and those were the lights and the refrigerator. So with the solar panels, you can power these things when you're living off the grid and there's a decent amount of sunlight. We looked at different solar panels to find out what was the best option for us, cost-wise and power-wise. These are the only electrical components of the house, and here's Dylan to elaborate on that.
Hello, my name is Dylan Patel, and I worked on the electrical components for our tiny home. Now, the process that I had while working through this was to follow the ACE standard guidelines that we made for ourselves. A being affordable, C being comfort, E being efficient. Now, comfort really doesn't apply here, but affordability and efficiency does. And what I mean by efficient is that these components will work well with the appliances that we have in our tiny home. For example, a TV, fans, lighting, refrigerator, etc. We want these components to deliver and get the job done, as well as affordable price. Same thing with the solar panels. Again, we are looking at solar panels that will not only be affordable but efficient. As you can see, the first solar panel we have gives 160 watts, right, per unit, and the price is pretty high, 16,000 compared to the others. And the one in the middle gives 360 watts, and it comes at an affordable price. So the one in the middle would be the best fit for our tiny home. What about the water tanks?
Excellent question, Dylan. My name is Christopher Hager, and I worked on the engineering and plumbing. So those who do not know the three types of water, you have your clean your clean water, purified water that you use for your sink, for drinking, and for your showers. Then you have the gray water, which is the waste from your showers and sinks. Then you have black water, which is the waste for like toilets and things. So actually, our smart house will reuse and recycle all the water. So for example, your clean water will be then turned into from the showers to gray water, and then gray water to black water. So, and then also in the 2D design we have here, we have two 75-gallon tanks for our clean water and our gray water, and we have a 70-gallon tank for our black water. And you can see in our 2D design that there's a little section between the first and second floor that we will be placing the tanks. Now talking about flooring, Laura, can you elaborate?
Hi, my name is Laura, and we decided to focus on flooring for our physical mock-up. As you can see here, it is connected to the wall and the trailer beneath it. And it is composed of the subfloor, which is there to help support the actual flooring, followed by the vapor barrier, which is there to prevent any diffusion of water, which will increase maintenance costs, which we do not want. Followed by the insulation, which is there which prevents any high heating costs, making it a lot more efficient. Then we have the underlayment, which is there to prevent any unwanted sound that we want in our comfortable home, which we are trying to achieve. Followed by the flushing, which is there to prevent any water from entering. And if you look over there, our 3D model, you can see that we have color-coded each individual section to represent each of, as shown here, and the styrofoam, which is there to represent the insulation. Now I present you Anika, who will show us estimations.
Hello, my name is Anika Vikash, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the estimate of our tiny house. And in total, we wanted to keep the total under budget while still maintaining the efficiency of our house. And we have the electrical components coming to a total of under 1,500, and the others totaling into about under 10,000. So in total, we have 35,000 for our house. And excluding the base of our house, which is at least 8,000. And we also wanted to keep the labor of our house minimal, because we plan to build the house ourselves.
So I'm Alicia, and CREATE has been an incredible journey for all of us, and so now we'll present the highlights of our moments that make CREATE an innovative program that everyone should join.
You should join CREATE.
You should join CREATE.
Right. You should join CREATE.
You should join CREATE.
So after a prolonged period of time, our journey finally came to an end. We are River City High School CREATE, and this is our tiny house. Thank you.